Hello everyone and welcome to episode 11 of series 1 of Avatar The Legend of Aang, or The Last Airbender. And today we're doing The Great Divide, one of the most controversial episodes of the entire show.
Just what I needed after 40-something minutes of Fairy Fencer F, what is widely considered to be the worst episode of the show.
Also, yes, Teo, really.
Alright, I guess I'll see for myself.
So yeah, again, just start before the titles begin.
I mean, well, I'll explain when we get into it.
Yeah. Okay then. 3, 2, 1, click.
See, when this episode first came out, I guess the reactions to it weren't as bad because, this was, again, still sort of the show's early phase, but, in retrospect, people have begun to see a lot of the problems with this episode. Like, okay,
everyone here is an absolute arsehole.
That's one of the problems. That's one of many problems. It's like...
Well, it's the worst episode I've seen of its kind, because, I mean, by this show's standards, this episode is just
I dare say it's pretty bad, but I dare say
problems are evident, basically.
Actually, sure, I'd say that by the show standards, it's absolutely terrible. I mean, now if I say normal show standards, it's still bad, but I guess it's not as bad. But the fact that this is a part of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and this kind of ruined Avatar: The Last Airbender's track record for a short time.
This feels a lot like more like it was written in the Korra era rather than the Aang era.
Also, I guess some of this also does have some early installment weirdness with how some characters act way different from how they would come to later. But that's not really much of an excuse.
Yeah.
So, of course, we start this episode off with bickering. Now,
well,
okay,
to be fair,
they bicker all the time. But...
Yeah. And to be fair, brother-sister stuff, and, as far as bickering scenes go, it's better written than most. However, let's just say this is a good sign of what's to come for this episode.
Get it? The Great Divide. They're divided by that tent.
I wish that was what we had to focus on. Actually, that would have been a better plot if we just focused on, brother and sister coming at a great divide.
But no, we got to deal with two groups of dickheads arguing over each other.
Save it for when we get there, Dibs.
See, even Aang's a bit overly cocky here.
In Appa's being a dick to Momo.
Yeah, ding.
But Aang decides, why not share? Because it's the pacifist way.
Why not have... yeah. It's not... That's
not...
true. In what definition is that fair?
True. To be fair, Appa does have 5 stomachs, so...
So it's like a cow?
Actually, does he need to eat more just because he has 5 stomachs?
I love how the music just cut off. Excuse me, who are you?
Wonderful.
Some guy voiced by Scott Menville.
So yeah, now we got one of the leaders of
What is Scott Menville doing here?
We got the leader of one of the two.
I never noticed it before, but now that you say it, yeah, it is Scott Menville.
I just can't unhear him as Robin from Teen Titans.
Fun fact: the first time I learned about Scott Menville was for him playing the main characters in both Dark Chronicle and Tales of Symphonia.
Huh.
And he's using his typical Lloyd voice.
Oh, so his Lloyd voice is also his Robin voice.
I don't know that much because he plays Symphonia with the Japanese audio.
Basically, this is what would
happen. The English is actually really good.
This is what would happen if Aaron Sorkin wrote a cartoon.
Honestly,
a bunch of assholes bickering at each other.
Also, the big strong woman. Yeah, but I get what you mean, Pedro. I'm gonna try it.
It's actually a good one for its time. Not the best, but it's still good enough.
Now, okay.
Aang has to... oh, no, it's not Aang. It's Beardy over here.
Now, do notice that the Zhang tribe actually
Bravely, what are you doing here?
I've got the diabetes, and I decided I want to check.
The cure of diabetes is earthbending, apparently.
Who are they?
His tribe, was it the Zhao tribe? Oh, Ganjin. Wait, listen.
Oh, goody.
Wait, keep listening. So her counter argument to, them getting sick because they live like Slavs is that, oh, well, you live too clean, so you live too long and you're too old. Like, wow, you're literally making fun of someone for being old because they lived a long, healthy life. Like, okay, I know that they're technically supposed to be just as bad, but right out of the gate, the Zhang are kind of already on my weaker list. Don't worry, though. They balance them out soon enough.
Yeah, they'll all be dickheads.
So, here's my question. Why does Nappa just travel in trips?
Look at the pretty bunny.
Then you won't have an episode, Jova.
Also, Appa is apparently able to navigate without Aang at the helm. So, in theory, Appa could, take some of the sick, weak, elderly, along with some of the younger people who could keep an eye on them as he goes back and forth over the canyon, and then just rather rinse and repeat. Heck, Aang could technically fly some of the people there. Instead, we're going through a canyon, which, may I remind you, is incredibly dangerous. Because...
Even that guy said it.
Basically, they have to get rid of all their food because it attracts dangerous wildlife.
Then just fly over the fucking canyon.
I mean, can it really take that long when you're flying?
It's just like if you're going out for a meal, but you haven't brought enough cars with you, so just take a few people at a time, then come back. It's not that difficult.
Also,
Go ahead.
Also, another plot hole. Okay, so let's assume it does take that long to get over the cliff and ledge. So, Appa's taking all the old and sick. So here's my question. Who's gonna take care of the old and sick while they're waiting for you people to come over?
Yeah.
Hello? Riders! You've been pretty good up until this point. What the heck?
Go on, Siri.
Well, despite his size, I mean, Appa's pretty agile. He could get there quickly.
Yeah.
But someone forgot to tell the writers that. That's the issue. I mean,
Avalanche.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, even if we took out the plot holes, the actual episode itself isn't really all that interesting. It's like I said before, it's just a bunch of elderly people and younger people whining at each other for 20 minutes.
I think I know why the plot holes exist.
It's not so much elder versus younger dudes. It's more so rich, snobby, clean, neat freaks against dirty slobs who catch disease.
Yeah. Spider.
You said you had a theory
quite.
For these plot holes.
Oh, it's one of the monsters of Kong Skull Island.
That's a canyon crawler, which is pretty much the combination.
Well, actually, normally I'd say, but this is actually one of those action things that has comedy in it. Sometimes it's funny, but this particular episode isn't. So I think they're just as bad as each other.
Yeah, basically canyon crawlers. Oh, sorry, go on, Shiroi.
Anyway, if I recall, I think these plot holes exist, and this isn't a good thing. They exist purely for the sake of the end moral.
Oh, that kind of goes without saying, which really makes me hate this. Anyway, so because the canyon crawler attacked him, the earthbender's arms are broken. Since he's one of the, he's skilled, but he's not one of the ultra super skilled types who can bend with so much as their face, so with his arms broken...
And Deng has not even begun thinking about earthbending for himself, so yeah.
So we have to ask, who brought food down?
Really?
They're still bickering!
No, it gets even better. Now we're gonna do a whodunit plot of who brought food with them that attracted the canyon crawler.
You know, I wish I was playing Banner Saga. That series of games had better. These type of conflicts done better anyway.
Don't make me turn us around.
Yeah, if you two can't keep your mouth shut, I'm gonna turn up around, and there'll be no great divide for anybody. That's it. Back to the Fire Nation.
If you don't keep your hands and feet to yourself, I'm sending you to the Fire Nation.
Now, to its credit, Aang does sort of deal with this problem for the most part, as the way a kid his age who has this responsibility would deal with it. For the most part, though.
Fucking ending.
We'll get there.
I'm really sure it's a good idea.
So he has Katara go with the Ganjins and Sokka go with the Zhang to try and figure out why each side hates the other. While he and the Earthbender go up on the center. Yeah, they literally hate each other so much that they're going on two ends of the path.
Which are conveniently placed.
Uh-oh, but the different lifestyles may appeal to Sokka and Katara.
Really?
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I mean, what if a waterbender comes along and makes it rain? Like you. Okay, there's one thing I
here
never
we
understood about
go.
benders. So, waterbenders, sorry. Couldn't they just make it rain from the clouds?
Uh-oh, looks like they brought food even though they're not supposed to because that's what attracts the canyon crawlers.
Jova?
What?
Can waterbenders make it rain because of all the moisture in the clouds?
Yes. Admittedly,
Some stay dry and
admittedly, they can't make it rain for, like over a huge area, but in a contained area of their own making, yes, they can make it rain.
Okay.
Okay.
Smarter than you guys.
Okay. Before we get into the story, I just want you guys to know that their justification for bringing food was that they assumed that the Zhang brought food.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Backstory.
Right. So yeah, tradition, basically absorb light into the orb and then transfer it to the western gate.
Do the blah-de-blah to the blah-blah.
Redemption ritual.
Of course.
Get it? Jin Wei, Wei Jin. Now, I want you to remember those two names.
Okay.
That's racist.
Oh, because one Zhang stole your orb.
You know, if that you he'd be making a Ruby joke or something.
Also, I love how Sokka doesn't even question the fact that they brought food in, thus endangering them. Because meat! Only Sokka kind of has standards!
Yeah, I mean, considering what we've seen of him so far, Sokka would be the one to kind of question this too.
Yeah, now here he's A-okay with this. What the heck?
And now it's turned into a manga.
I guess different art style that resembles their lifestyle, since it's more primitive, it looks more deformed than simple.
Also, even though she should know better, Katara basically judged them without going to speak to them.
Oops. So basically, according to them here, Wei Jin actually tried to help Jin Wei.
He
was accused, of course.
He was attacked by samurai Jack clones.
"20 years in prison, which means he eventually got out. I mean, I get that it was a terrible thing to, misjudge him like that, but
So,
he wasn't even in prison for
Joe,
life. Yes?
In the end, we'll actually be able to understand what the real story actually was.
Okay, I'm gonna answer this yes and no.
Goody.
You'll see what I mean.
Tasty.
Sad, the funniest thing in this episode is the freaking animal sidekicks.
Oh, but Dwibs, you're telling me that you don't love the old guy's joke about being part of the food chain? Okay,
No.
now we're actually gonna try and have something that resembles actual Avatar here. Oh wait, never mind, we just talked over it.
There's not much of an Avatar moment. 10 seconds.
So yes, we've revealed that both sides have brought in a troop's worth of food.
What could possibly go wrong?
Ironically, it feels like it should be Sokka who's the one who believes that, Weijin wronged someone, immediately judging them, and Katara should be the one defending someone who supposedly got wrongfully done.
No, it's over. I got it. Maybe they wrote that dialogue for the proper characters, but the voice actors messed it up somewhere.
I actually wouldn't be surprised. Actually, that's actually a good theory, because when you think about it, if anyone would be okay with people bringing food in for the sake of survival, it would be Katara.
Shut up, for Christ's sake. Your arguments are not interesting or engaging.
You want your heads banged together.
Yeah.
So
Preferably with you both knocked out at the end. I don't have to put up with any more of this shit.
yeah,
Just
is the end? Is the ending that everyone else gets eaten by the canyon crawlers?
We'll see.
Oh, really?
A sword battle? It's not like I've ever seen that before. Ah!
Also, I mean, once they get to the end, they never have to speak to each other again, so what the hecky, just get to the end.
Yeah, literally no patience.
Yeah,
Christ,
I mean,
these guys are me.
the exit is literally right in front of you.
Don't be silly, Joe, but we need to have our deep conflict.
Yeah.
So Aang's had enough with this and blows them apart.
I don't blame him.
But it's revealed, oops.
Thank you.
Let's
What?
face it. What? Jova, and we suddenly entered in Teen Titans Go.
Is this a lemon? Is that a lemon tart?
Avatar,
Yes,
the Last Airbender.
yes it is.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, did I mention the tone of this episode is all over the place?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes it is.
As that scene's just proven, one minute we're having a quote-unquote serious battle over a quote-unquote dramatic feud. The next minute, Aang's going googly eyes over a pie.
Oh, and now Katara doesn't care about the feud, and neither does Sokka.
That
What
was
the hell is?
fast.
So those two are now completely over their differences, I guess.
It's almost as if that thing was completely pointless.
Just so
Maybe
this.
it's because if they don't get good, they die.
Slow-mo.
And they all fell on top of each other in a millisecond because
Editing.
Yeah,
I
warning.
mean the animation's fine, except for when it tries to go all anime, but I don't even mind going all anime sometimes, but it doesn't fit here.
I mean, it did when they were doing the flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the big fan of
So
the
how
art
are
style.
we gonna solve this problem?
The power of love.
The power of
Monkey see,
love.
monkey do.
It's the power of...
The power of food.
Don't
Yes.
you mean Mahang Kisi Mahang
Meat!
Kidu?
Give me something meaty!
So now Vijay and Gaijin, I guess, work together
To tame these things, but we're not related to them at all?
with food.
Sure, why not?
This is bizarre.
Where did Appa go anyway? I'm sure
Remember, Appa was flying all the old
This
and
is
sick
actually pretty
people?
clever, though, despite the
sure
rest
the
of the
old-
episode.
But I'm sure he's transported all the elderly to
That's the
to there
thing,
by now.
Dwibs. He has to wait for them.
It won't take him like 5 minutes.
Again, Dwibs, I stated near the beginning of this. I just solved the plot.
And that guy broke also more of his arm.
And now that's going to somehow attract all of them away from many of the delicious meals right in front of them.
Okay. Okay, thanks, bye.
You know, I kind of wonder why those things have never crawled out of the valley.
Really? And that's enough for them to settle their
Wait
differences.
for it.
Okay.
Oh fuck!
Guys, it's been years. Get over it.
Neither side is
Yeah.
even denying
Yeah,
it at this
I-
point.
It's like,
Actually,
Wait,
again, it's
hold
like
on.
Hansuki wrote this thing.
He apparently knows those two.
Ang, just walk away and let them kill each other.
The human race would be a lot better off without him.
Of course he was there.
Oh, here we go. The
Always.
two art styles blend. Oh,
They were brothers.
Really?
Twins.
What?
what?
Wait, keep listening.
Are you fucking
Just
kidding
keep
me?
listening.
I also want to say, this particular art style of joke, this would have worked in something like Yokai Watch, but not in this.
Yeah.
Or, you know, one of the chibi shorts that Avatar
Not just
actually
that.
has.
I feel insulted on multiple levels.
Just keep listening to you. It's nowhere close to over yet.
Oh wait,
And-
I remember. I remember. Wait, Tio. Wait.
It's not
How
over
can
yet,
it be
Tio.
more worse than this?
No, Tio, it's
No,
not
wait,
over.
Wait, it's not over yet. I just remembered where this goes.
Also, for reference sake,
Oh, let me guess. He actually made up this entire story or something.
just keep listening to you.
Sure. Yeah. Long live and prosper. Moving on.
It's
So-
long and prof-
And there's Appa.
Okay, now you're here. Why don't you just ferry? Oh,
Yes, now they're
Yes,
one
yeah,
tribe.
hooray!
Yay.
Oh!
Alright, the Airbender as well.
Well,
we
there
get-
goes
we
any means of escorting anyone else who wants to go for the Great Divide. So,
This whole episode was a complete waste of our time.
Yeah,
don't
I
you-
take
don't you
I
just
take the
love that?
feeling that
Aren't you?
so
I take the
Aang,
feeling
our
that that the writers didn't care for this one
Nothing-
John
particular.
O'Brien. Fuck
Nothing
you,
was a-
John.
Nothing was accomplished. The resolution was complete bullshit. I had to sit through 20 minutes of bickering and
And again,
whining and
the
moaning
plot-
and complaining
bad.
the
and
plot could have
uninteresting
been...
stories and
the
God
pl-
knows what else, and we get that shitty of a payoff.
So, again,
Yeah,
in the end, we don't even know what the true story is, and now two societies are now united under one as, you know, under a lie. Now, you know, okay, now, you know, you would think that a show like Avatar would question, is this right or is this wrong to unite people under peace if it's under a lie? Well, the show doesn't even go into that because guess what? These are some of the few characters that are never seen again, at least in the show, I'm pretty sure. I mean, maybe they're seen in the background, but never are they focused again on. Ever.
God.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. But you were trying to say, Tio?
No, again, the writers clearly didn't care for this episode. Like,
Well, actually,
What?
I'm not quite sure if it was the creators.
Not just,
because...
I'm gonna quote Dweebs on what he said about a while ago on our part. We could have just cut this entire episode off and nothing would have changed.
No.
It's funny you mention that, Tio, considering a certain later episode in season
Which
3.
makes me question, Jova, is there for this particular series one of those checklists that have been done on series of different colored episodes which are for importance, like you must watch this, skip this, watch this only if you want in red or yellow, green.
I'll just say like this, Tio, this is pretty much the only episode you can skip in Avatar.
Okay.
I mean, okay, there are some other sort of fillerish episodes, but even they play a part in the main narrative. This is, I'm pretty sure, the only one episode that you don't need to watch, like, at all. Like, and that's sad. I mean, you know what? I get the feeling that even the creators of the show, Brian and Michael... Yeah. I'm pretty sure that they hate this episode too, considering what they themselves had to say about it in, you know that episode, Pedro.
Yeah.
The Amber Island players.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh god, this episode. It's like, the first time I saw it, it didn't bug me as much, but every time I come back to this episode, it just gets worse and worse.
Well, at least we got the worst episode of the series out the way.
And now we have what's considered to be one of the best episodes coming up.
Oh, so it's reverse Doctor Who with the Manjazani and Twin Dilemma.
Alright, see you for that.
Basically.
See ya.
Right, see ya.
See ya, everybody.